This is a standard bottle of minoxidil. For 30 to 40% of men, this is what happens when they use it. Nice. But for the other 60 to 70%, nothing. No hair regrowth whatsoever. Most guys stop the treatment because they are unknowingly part of the non-responder group. They are missing a specific enzyme in their scalp needed to activate the drug. It's annoying and honestly it feels like a lottery. But the issue isn't your genetics. It's that you're using the wrong minoxidil. And there are at least 3 ways to improve your minoxidil results to become a minoxidil responder right away. So today we are fixing your strategy. I'm going to show you the top minoxidil formulations that bypass this genetic block so you can stick with it and finally get the thickest growth that standard minoxidil can't provide. Let's start with the most controversial topic, concentration. See, the gold standard has been 5% minoxidil. You see it everywhere. But why 5%? Is it because it's the scientifically perfect number? No, it is because that is what was approved in the 90s. And big pharma companies don't want to spend millions testing anything else. Don't get me wrong, it's not like 5% minoxidil doesn't work at all. Looking at the statistics, 30 to 40% of people do see results. We have a lot of people that say it was enough to regrow their hair. Like this guy, 60-day progress with minoxidil. Good results. Or this other guy, also good hairline results. And last, this guy here. 5 months of topical minoxidil results. Even better results than the other 2 guys. But this is only half the picture here. Because while we see great results from time to time, we also have people who had no visible results whatsoever. Like here, minoxidil not working on my crown area. Is a hair transplant the only option left? Or this other guy, minoxidil not doing anything, worth continuing? Young people as well, like here, 26-year-old male, minoxidil stopped working after almost 2 years. So what is really the problem? Why does it work for some people and for more than half of the others not? Well, here's the deal. If you look at the pharmacology, 5% minoxidil is just the baseline. It is enough to maintain hair for almost all people, but if you're trying to regrow a hairline that is already receding, 5% often acts like a weak shield instead of a sword. It is too passive. Brands like Ulo have been trying to solve this problem and now offer a 7% minoxidil solution instead of the 5%. 7% is currently my top pick for minoxidil. But you might be thinking, if 7% is good, why not 10, 15 or 20%? I see guys online buying these high concentration mixtures from random websites, thinking more is better, but that's misleading. The data shows that minoxidil's efficacy increases up to 7.5%. Beyond that, the results plateau because the drug reaches its solubility limit and can crystallize on the scalp. Higher concentrations like 10 to 15% do not consistently improve hair growth and may increase irritation. A review in clinical and experimental dermatology notes this plateau effect and warns the concentrations about 7.5% often provide no additional hair regrowth advantage. The scalp can only absorb so much. When you apply 15% minoxidil, most of it just sits on your scalp, crystallizing and causing massive irritation, dandruff, and inflammation. And guess what inflammation does? It makes hair loss worse. The 7% concentration is the safe zone. It sits right in that sweet spot where you are getting significantly more active ingredients into the follicle than the standard 5%. But you aren't burning your scalp or wasting product. Think about it like brewing coffee. If you use too little coffee, it's water. If you use too much, it's undrinkable sludge. 5% is too weak and 15% is sludge. 7% is the perfect brew. If you have been using generic minoxidil for a year and you feel like your progress has stalled or plateaued, you don't need to quit it. Just try to upgrade the concentration. Now we are moving to the most important part of this video. This is the difference between people that see okay results and life-changing results. The problem with Minoxidil isn't always the drug itself, it's you. See, Minoxidil is actually a prodrug. It doesn't work on its own. It needs to be converted to its active form, Minoxidil Sulfate. To do that, your scalp needs to have a specific enzyme called sulfotransferase. Here is the bad news. Studies showed that 40 to 60% of people are non-responders. They have naturally low levels of this enzyme. You could bathe in Minoxidil every day for 10 years and have absolutely no results because your body can simply not unlock this drug. It's like owning a phone charger, but your phone has no charging port. This is why I rank Minoxidil plus Tretinoin as the absolute best option for the vast majority of people. Tretinoin is famous for anti-aging, but in the hair loss world, it is a potentiator. It does two incredible things. First, it exfoliates the top layer of the scalp, clearing away dead skin and sebum so the Minoxidil can actually penetrate deep into the root. Tretinoin has been clinically proven to upregulate sulfotransferase. It forces your scalp to produce more of the enzyme needed to make Minoxidil work. That is why you see insane before and after results on the internet from people who added Tretinoin to their Minoxidil solution and saw amazing results like this guy. In less than a year, he completely recovered his temple area. And he says it himself in the post. Tretinoin really made me feel like I finally started responding to Minoxidil properly. Or this other post. He applies Minoxidil and Tretinoin once per night. And look at the amazing results on his temple area. Both of these results show the amazing impact it can have on the temple area, which is arguably one of the hardest parts of the scalp to regrow again. More difficult than the crown area. There's even scientific evidence. There was a study published in the Dermatologic Therapy that found that 43% of people who saw no results with Minoxidil alone suddenly started growing hair after adding Tretinoin. It is a massive statistic. It basically turns non-responders into responders. My honest advice, this is the formulation I personally use. I switched to Minoxidil plus Tretinoin about a month ago. I explained this routine in one of my last videos. The downside, Tretinoin can be drying. You might see a little flaking in the first 2 weeks as your skin adjusts. But don't worry, that peeling is a sign that it is actually working. It is clearing the path for growth. If you are serious about this, don't gamble on whether you have the enzyme or not. Even if you are a Minoxidil responder, you can use the Minoxidil plus Tretinoin solution as it improves results for anyone. Again, all links in the description. Now let's talk about the most effective Minoxidil, the nuclear option. Wool offers a version that includes everything. High concentration Minoxidil, Tretinoin, melatonin, caffeine, and cetirizine, all in one bottle. In terms of raw power, this is technically the number one. It hits hair loss from multiple angles, stimulating follicles, improving absorption, and supporting scalp health. If you have aggressive hair loss, I'm talking about a slick bald crown or a hairline that is retreating fast, this is the weapon you want. However, I want to be completely transparent with you. For most guys, this is overkill. When you start stacking all these many different treatments together, you increase the risk of irritation. You might experience shedding that lasts a little longer because you are shocking your follicles so hard. It works, absolutely, but it's like using a flamethrower to light a candle. Personally, I prefer the balance of Minoxidil plus Tretinoin. It's sustainable, it's easy to use long term, and it gets 95% of the results without the intensity of the full stack. But if you want to throw the kitchen sink at your head because you are desperate to save your hair, the complete version is the one. If you live in the US, you can check them out in the description if you want to get started. A telehealth doctor will get in touch with you to help you get the right treatment for you. If you found this video interesting, you should check the next one I already did about how to use Tretinoin with Minoxidil for best results, step by step. Until next time, I wish you a happy hair journey. Bye.